everyone! Welcome back to English Unlocked, the best place to learn, practice, and speak English naturally. I'm Emma, and I'm so excited you're here with me today. Let me ask you something. Why do you want to learn English? Is it to talk to people from different countries? Or maybe to travel or find a better job? Whatever your reason, learning English will help you connect with others and open up a world of possibilities. And here's the best part. Learning English is easier than you think. You don't need to be perfect. Just practice every day. English is already all around you. You hear it in movies, songs, and even on your phone. It's already part of your life. Here's the secret to learning fast. Practice every day. Start with small sentences. Mistakes? Don't worry. It's okay, because that's how we grow and get better. Let's get started. Think about why you want to learn English. Is it for travel? To meet new people? Hold that reason close. You're on the right track. Pause for a moment. Think about it. What's your reason for learning English? Welcome back, everyone. In the last episode, we talked about why learning English is so important and how it's not as hard as it seems. You don't need to be perfect to get started, and the best part is you're already surrounded by English. Now let's dive deeper into how to practice every day and make English a part of your everyday life. The next step in your journey is to practice every day. I know what you're thinking, but how can I practice every day? It sounds like a lot, right? Well, trust me, it's much easier than you think. You don't need hours of study. You don't need to be perfect, and you definitely don't need to do everything at once. The key is to start small, but stay consistent. Now let's explore how to make practicing English a simple part of your daily routine. It doesn't matter if you're just starting or if you've been learning for a while. The key is consistency. Start with small steps. So how do we start? Let's begin by making small steps a part of your daily routine. You don't have to spend hours studying. All you need is 10 to 15 minutes a day. And that's where your journey to success begins. Small daily actions add up to big progress. It doesn't matter if you're a beginner or if you've been learning for a while. Just focus on taking small, consistent steps each day. For example, you can listen to a podcast in English while doing household chores or read a short article during your lunch break. You don't have to make time for hours of study. Just set aside a few minutes each day to practice. Start with small actions because consistency is the secret to making progress. The more you practice, the more you will improve. 1. Listen every day. Let's start with listening. Listening is one of the easiest ways to practice, and it doesn't even require you to do anything special. The best part? You can listen anywhere, in the car, while cooking, or even while walking. You don't need to understand everything right away. Focus on the rhythm of the language and listen to how words sound. Start by listening to an English podcast. You can also watch videos in English or listen to English music. 5 to 10 minutes a day is all you need to start. The more you listen, the more you'll pick up new words and understand the flow of the language. Soon enough, you'll find yourself thinking in English without even realizing it. Shadowing. Repeat every day. Now let's talk about shadowing. And what is shadowing? It's simple. You repeat what you hear. For example, I'll say, I wake up at 7 a.m. Now you repeat after me. I wake up at 7 a.m.? It's that easy. The more you practice, the more natural you will sound. The key to this is to repeat every day. Shadowing is a fantastic way to practice pronunciation, and it helps you speak more fluently. You don't have to worry about making mistakes, just keep practicing. Remember, every time you repeat, you're building your English skills. Read every day. Another great way to practice is reading. But you don't need to start with a big book or an entire chapter. Start small. You can read short articles online or even social media posts in English. You can read things you're interested in, whether it's about sports, music, or current events. The goal is to get used to the flow of English and see how words are used in sentences. And remember, don't worry if you don't understand everything. The more you read, the more words you'll recognize, and the more comfortable you'll feel with the language. 4. Speak every day. Now let's talk about speaking. I know speaking in English can feel scary sometimes, but trust me, it's the most important step. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes are how you learn. Start small. Speak to yourself in English. Say things like, "Today I'm going to the store," or "I want to practice English." The more you speak, the more comfortable you will feel, and soon you'll sound more natural. 5. Set small goals. Every day, to keep yourself motivated, it's important to set small goals each day. Big goals like, "I want to speak English fluently," are amazing, but they can feel overwhelming. That's why we break it down. For example, today's goal might be, "I will learn 5 new words." Or, "I will listen to 10 minutes of English today." Celebrate every small victory. Every time you complete a goal, you're one step closer to fluency. By acknowledging and celebrating your progress, you'll stay motivated and keep moving forward. Small goals keep you on track and help you see how far you've come. 6. Consistency is key. Remember, consistency is the secret to success. It's not about being perfect. It's about showing up every day. You don't need to practice for hours. Just 10 to 15 minutes a day will do the trick. Even if it's a small amount, as long as you're consistent, you'll see big improvements over time. The goal is to make practicing a habit, just like brushing your teeth or having your morning coffee. The more you practice, the more confident you'll become. And soon enough, you'll notice how much better you've gotten. Let's take a moment now. Think about it. What small goal can you set today? Maybe it's to learn 5 new words. Maybe it's to listen to 10 minutes of English. Write it down. When you write it down, you're turning that goal into something real, and you're one step closer to achieving it. How to keep practicing every day. So what happens after today? What can you do tomorrow to keep practicing? Create a routine that works for you. Maybe in the morning, you listen to an English podcast. In the afternoon, you read or watch a video in English. In the evening, you can talk about your day in English. Make it part of your day. You don't need hours of practice. Just 10 to 15 minutes a day will keep you moving forward. Final thoughts. Remember, learning English is a journey. You don't need to rush. Just take small steps every day, and you'll see progress. Let's finish today's session with a challenge. What will you do tomorrow? Write it down and take action. Now, I'm proud of you for being here today. Keep practicing. Keep believing in yourself. And remember, you're doing great. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you're feeling great after the last episode, where we talked about how to practice English every day. We've already discussed how to listen, read, and shadow to improve your skills. Now, in this part, let's focus on speaking, because honestly, speaking is the most important skill you'll need in your English journey. And don't worry, by the end of this episode, you'll feel a lot more confident when speaking English. Step 1, start speaking every day. Let's be honest, speaking can be a little intimidating at first, but it's all about practice. The more you speak, the more confident and comfortable you'll become. And here's the good news. You don't need to be perfect to start speaking. Here's a simple trick. Speak to yourself in English. You can say things like, "Today I'm going to study English." "I'm making progress every day." "I love learning new words." The more you speak out loud, the more your brain gets used to thinking in English. And when you think in English, speaking becomes natural. You won't need to translate everything in your head anymore. Step 2, practice with simple sentences. A lot of people get nervous about speaking because they think they need to say perfect sentences. But here's the thing. You don't need to be perfect to be understood. Start with simple sentences and focus on getting your message across. For example, say, "I like to learn English. I'm practicing speaking every day. I went to the store yesterday." The goal is to speak clearly and confidently, even if it's just for a few sentences. It doesn't matter if it's a short or simple sentence. What matters is that you're speaking and getting used to it. The more you speak, the more fluent you'll feel. Step 3, don't be afraid to make mistakes. I know this might sound cliche, but making mistakes is part of the learning process. I want you to really believe this. It's okay to make mistakes. Everyone who learns a new language makes mistakes. Even native speakers make mistakes from time to time. So don't let fear of making a mistake stop you from practicing. If you make a mistake, just learn from it and keep going. The more you practice, the fewer mistakes you'll make over time, and you'll feel much more confident because you've already started speaking and improving. Step 4, talk about your day. One of the best ways to practice speaking is to talk about your daily life. It's something you already know well, so it will be easier to speak about it. For example, you can say, "Today I woke up at 7 a.m. I had a cup of coffee and started my work. After work, I went to the gym." Talking about your day is not only easy, but it also helps you connect your thoughts in English. And the more you do this, the more you'll start to speak without thinking too much. If you're having trouble thinking of something to say, start with the basics. Say, "Today I ate breakfast at 8 a.m. I went to the store this afternoon." It doesn't need to be fancy. The goal is to speak and get comfortable with the process. Step 5, record yourself speaking. Here's a great tip. Record yourself speaking in English. It may sound a little strange at first, but it works wonders for your confidence. When you listen to yourself, you'll be able to hear where you can improve and also celebrate how much progress you've made. Start by recording yourself speaking about your day or simply talking about something you enjoy. It could be as simple as, I love going to the beach because it's relaxing. I enjoy reading books in English. When you listen to the recording, pay attention to your pronunciation, fluency, and confidence. Over time, you'll notice improvement, and that will motivate you to keep going. The step 6, practice with a partner. One of the best ways to practice speaking is with a language partner. This could be a friend, a family member, or even someone online. You can find language partners on websites like Tandem, HelloTalk, or through social media groups. When you practice with someone else, you get real-life conversation practice. And guess what? You'll be able to help them with their English too. It's a win-win. Start by speaking slowly and focus on understanding each other rather than being perfect. Use simple sentences. And remember that the goal is to communicate and learn together. If you don't know a word, don't be afraid to ask. It's all about practice and getting better every day. Step 7. Use English in real-life situations. This is the fun part, using English in real-life situations. Try to find opportunities every day to use your English. For example, you can order food in English at a restaurant or cafe. Ask for directions in English if you're traveling. Speak with people online. You can join English-speaking groups on Facebook or other platforms. Even if you're just having a simple conversation, use your English as much as you can. The more you use English in your life, the more confident you'll feel. And guess what? You'll be improving without even realizing it. Step 8. Be patient with yourself. Remember, learning a language takes time. You won't wake up one day and suddenly speak fluently. But wouldn't that be awesome? It's about making progress every day. Some days will be easier than others, and that's okay. Be patient with yourself. Celebrate every small victory, whether it's learning a new word, speaking for a few minutes in English, or finishing a podcast. The important thing is that you're making progress, and that's what matters. Final thoughts. Keep going. Now let's review. If you practice speaking every day, even just a little bit, you'll notice big improvements. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. They're part of the journey. Start with small, simple sentences and gradually challenge yourself. Record yourself to track your progress and practice with a partner whenever possible. And most importantly, keep practicing. Remember, the more you speak, the more confident you'll feel. And every time you speak, you're one step closer to your goal of becoming fluent in English. So, what's your plan for today? What small actions will you take to practice speaking? Write it down and make it happen. I'm so proud of you for being here today. Keep practicing, keep believing in yourself, and remember, you're doing amazing. Welcome back, everyone. I'm so glad to have you with us as we continue this amazing journey of learning English. In the previous episodes, we've talked about the importance of learning English, how to practice every day, and how to build your confidence in speaking. But today, we're going to talk about something equally important: how to stay motivated. Learning English is a journey, and like any journey, there will be ups and downs. Sometimes you'll feel great and see tons of progress. Other times, it might feel like you're stuck. Or maybe you feel like you're not improving fast enough. That's completely normal. And in this part, I'll share some tips and strategies to help you stay motivated and overcome any challenges you might face on your learning journey. Chiraman Salmon. Step 1. Set clear, achievable goals. One of the best ways to stay motivated is by setting clear, achievable goals. Having a goal gives you something to work towards, and it helps keep you focused. Start by setting small, realistic goals. For example, I will learn 5 new words every day. I will listen to an English podcast for 10 minutes every morning. I will speak in English for 10 minutes every day. These goals are simple and achievable. When you accomplish them, you'll feel a sense of achievement, which will keep you motivated to keep going. The key is to start small and gradually increase your goals as you become more confident in your skills. Step 2. Celebrate your progress. We all know that learning a language takes time, and it's easy to get frustrated when progress feels slow. But here's something important to remember. Celebrate every little victory, no matter how small it seems. Every time you learn a new word, practice speaking for 5 minutes or finish listening to a podcast, celebrate it. It's a step forward, and it's a part of your journey. When you take time to acknowledge your progress, you're reinforcing the positive habit of learning. You'll feel proud of what you've accomplished, and that will push you to keep going. You don't need to wait until you're fluent. Celebrate each small step along the way. Step 3. Find your motivation. Sometimes it can be hard to stay motivated when you don't know why you're learning English in the first place. That's why it's important to find your why, your reason for learning English. Think about the bigger picture. Do you want to travel the world and communicate with people from different cultures? Do you want to advance your career or work in an international environment? Or maybe you just love watching movies or reading books in English. When you know why you're learning, it becomes much easier to keep going. Every time you feel frustrated, remind yourself of your goal and why it's important to you. This will give you the energy and drive to push through the tough moments. Step 4. Mix things up. Keep it fun. Learning English doesn't have to be boring or repetitive. In fact, if you want to stay motivated, it's important to keep things fresh and fun. When you change up your routine, you'll keep things interesting, and you won't feel like you're stuck in a rut. Here are a few ideas to make learning English fun. Watch your favorite TV shows in English with subtitles if needed. Play language games or use apps like Duolingo or Memrise. Listen to music in English and try to understand the lyrics. Find a hobby that involves English. Whether it's cooking, gaming, or reading, just make sure it's something you love. When learning feels fun, you won't see it as a chore. Instead, you'll look forward to practicing, and your motivation will stay high. Step 5. Surround yourself with English. Another great way to stay motivated is by surrounding yourself with English. When you immerse yourself in the language, you'll constantly be learning, even when you don't realize it. Here are a few ways you can surround yourself with English. Change the language settings on your phone or computer to English. Follow English speaking accounts on social media. Listen to English podcasts or audiobooks while you go about your day. When English is all around you, you'll start to think in English more naturally. And the more you're exposed to the language, the more you'll want to keep learning. 6. Embrace the mistakes. Here's the thing, mistakes are part of the process. When you make mistakes, it's not a sign that you're failing. It's a sign that you're learning. If you make a mistake while speaking, don't be afraid to laugh and move on. The more you embrace your mistakes, the less afraid you'll be to speak. Remember, the goal is to communicate, not to be perfect. So don't be afraid to say something wrong, because each time you do, you're getting closer to speaking fluently. Step 7. Find a support system. Learning a language can sometimes feel like a lonely journey, but you don't have to do it alone. Find a support system to help you stay motivated and on track. You can find a language partner, join online communities, or even follow English-speaking influencers on social media. Being part of a group or having someone to practice with can make all the difference in your learning journey. When you have a support system, you'll feel more accountable, and it'll make the learning process much more enjoyable. Plus, you'll have someone to celebrate your progress with. Step 8. Stay positive and patient. Finally, stay positive and patient with yourself. Learning English is a marathon, not a sprint. It takes time, effort, and perseverance. And along the way, you'll face challenges. But remember, every challenge is an opportunity to learn and grow. If you're feeling stuck, take a deep breath and remember, you're doing great. Keep going, keep practicing, and remember to be kind to yourself. You're getting better every day, even if it doesn't feel like it right now. You'll get there one step at a time. Final thoughts. Keep going, you've got this. Now let's wrap up today's episode. Remember, staying motivated is about finding your why, setting small goals, and having fun while you learn. Don't be afraid to make mistakes and always celebrate your progress, no matter how small. And most importantly, keep going. Every day you practice, you're moving closer to your goal of speaking English fluently. You've already come so far. Be proud of yourself. I'm so proud of you for being here today and for making learning English a part of your life. Keep practicing. Keep believing in yourself. And most importantly, keep having fun with it. You've got this. As we wrap up today's episode, I want you to remember this. You've got this. Learning English is a journey, not a race. It's okay to take things slow. The important thing is that you're making progress, and every day you're getting a little bit better. Stay motivated by setting small, achievable goals and celebrating every single victory. No matter how small the progress seems, it's still progress. You're moving forward. And don't forget, it's okay to make mistakes. Mistakes are just a part of the learning process. They help you grow, and every time you learn from them, you're one step closer to fluency. Consistency is the key. Keep practicing every day, even if it's just for a few minutes. Small steps add up to big progress. So now I want you to think about your goals for tomorrow. What will you do today to move closer to your goal? It doesn't matter if it's just 5 minutes of speaking or listening to a short podcast. The important part is that you're taking action and continuing to build that confidence. I am so proud of you for being here and taking the time to invest in yourself. Every single step you take is a victory. Keep going, stay positive, and remember, you are capable of amazing things. Thank you for joining me today. Keep practicing, keep believing in yourself, and don't forget, you've got this.